Welcome! Welcome to pasta, chips, or crisps, depending on where you are in the world. And we're gonna serve them with a really nice red pepper cashew dips. These are a great substitute for crisps or chips, you know, the typically deep fried ones. I'm gonna make them using an air fryer, which I absolutely love, one of my favorite tools. And this is the first time I've filmed in. This is my house, which we've been working on this kitchen for ages, or I personally have been with Dennis. And I'm really delighted to be filming here, so welcome. I'm excited to be shooting this by myself. Steve's away on holiday, so it's just me, so welcome aboard. Okay, first step, I've got 200 grams of cooked pasta. I'm using rigatoni, you could use fusilli, you could use penne, whatever type of pasta you want. So I've just literally cooked it, and I'm gonna pop it into a mixing bowl. Okay, so in on top of our cooked pasta, in terms of flavor agents, I've got 1 tablespoon of pesto of choice or olive oil. I've got our own personal spicy red pepper pesto. I've got a teaspoon, like a quarter teaspoon of salt, quarter teaspoon of smoked paprika, and about half a teaspoon of black pepper. I've got 15 grams of breadcrumbs as well. I'm gonna add them too. Those are gonna give a nice sticky kind of texture to the pasta. And I've got 30 grams of vegan Parmesan or vegan cheese of choice. I'm just gonna get the spoon with a bit of pesto in my hands in and just mix it well until it all kind of coats the pasta nice and evenly. Actually, my hands work way better for this. Get them in there, mix it through it. These are all the flavor agents, and it will seem super flavorsome, but when it bakes, it kind of crisps up, and you want a really intense flavor in these. Okay, so this is an air fryer. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. I genuinely do. It's a great way of cooking and minimizing oil. So you want a nice kind of thin layer of your pasta, and it is gonna crisp up beautifully. And I'm simply gonna cook this for about 15 minutes on a medium heat. Okay, pasta chips are ready and they smell amazing, they genuinely do. And look at the color of them. They've crisped up beautifully. These are super crispy, crunchy shells. Okay, I've made up a really nice spice mix of literally 3 tablespoons of toasted sesame seeds. I put a pinch of chili because I love chili, and a little bit of salt, and that's it. I'm just gonna decorate it with this. Nutritional yeast also goes really well. It's packed with B12, and it adds that lovely cheesy taste. Okay, now we're gonna make our red pepper cashew dip to serve these with, and this is banging and super simple as well. Okay, so now for the roasted red pepper cashew dip, which is super tasty. It goes great with these pasta crisps or chips, but also really easy to make and to use at any stage too. So first step, I've got 175 grams of cashews that I soaked overnight. If you forget to soak them, you can literally just boil them for 10 minutes. And the reason why we soak them or boil them is just that when we blend our dip, it ends up super smooth. There's no little texture or nuts in it, and it ends up giving that kind of velvety kind of emulsion kind of effect to the dip. Okay, so I'm just gonna add them into our blender jug. And top tip, just make sure and rinse them off really well after soaking them or boiling them, because they can have an acidic element to them. Once you soak them off really well, you wash away most of the acid. Okay, in on top of that, I'm gonna add 75 grams of roasted red peppers. These are literally red peppers that I bought from a jar in a supermarket, so they don't need to be ones that you did yourself. If you did, great, but you can also just buy them to make it super simple. I've got juice of 1 lemon. I'm lazy, I tend to squeeze it through my hands. I squeeze it through my hands just so none of the pips make it in. Okay, final couple ingredients. I've got 100 ml of water. I'm just gonna add that in. Okay, so in terms of spices that we're gonna add in, I've got 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. It's gonna give a lovely underbody of flavor. I've got half to a quarter teaspoon of salt, same with black pepper, and a pinch of chili flakes. And these are just gonna bring the whole dip to life. So you put in what you like. These are definitely my preferences, and these work fantastically well. Okay, lid on, and we're just gonna blend until smooth. Okay, dip is done, and it goes amazing. The texture goes really like a mayonnaise, like it's super kind of thick, kind of velvety. It's really smooth. And as I said, it really looks exactly like a mayonnaise, but this has got no added fat. It's just got the cashew nuts. Okay, I'm gonna pop my chips in just for serving, our pasta chips. Okay, finally, just to garnish, I've got a couple of basil leaves. I'm gonna pop them onto the pasta there, our pasta chips. And there we go, delicious, fantastic, simple, easy, crunchy pasta chips. Wait, final thing left to do. You ready for the crunch? You ready? Mmm. That's really, really, really good. It's banging full of flavor. And that double, the fact that we kind of marinated them with flavor at the start and then put that spice mix at the end really makes sure that they're packed full of flavor. The sauce is really fatty, creamy, almost mayonnaise-like. Really good. This is great for parties, for dips, for snacks. for after lunch, after college, after work, whatever type of thing. The dip, as I said, works really well on top of sandwiches. It'll probably last for about a week in the fridge in a sealed container. The crisps will certainly last for a day, if not 2 in an airtight container, and possibly up to 3. They've never made it last past an hour with me because we just tend to eat them as soon as we make them. So there you have it. Thank you for joining me today. I really, really appreciate it. I'm Dave. This is the first time I've done one in my own home by myself. So I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being part of this channel, and yeah, big love to you. Cheers. Bye.